What's going on, horror fanatics? Welcome to I Shot Him 6 Times YouTube horror movie channel. As you know, I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Returning viewers, subscribers, and members, please shoot the like and share button as it helps out with the video and the channel a ton. As well as new viewers, shoot that subscribe button followed by the bell icon to get notified on all content updates and posts. In this video, I will be discussing the big news of the day so far, and that is that Sawx will have now an earlier than scheduled release date. But we also have a new first look photo of Tobinbell as John Kramer, and with speculation of a trailer dropping at Midsummer Scream Convention next week and stars from the film participating at that event, I think it's safe to say the games have begun. We start off with this post from the official sawx Twitter page, and as you see, the release date for the film is now September 29th, 2023. As we know, the original release date was set for October 27th, 2023, as it's tradition for Saw to be released in October, only a few days away from Halloween. With the date being moved to September, Sawx marks the first Saw film with Tobinbell portraying John Kramer that will not be released in October, and only the second film in the franchise's history to not be released in October, as Spiral was the first Saw film to accomplish the feat, having been released in May of 2021. We now move on to the Entertainment Weekly article, along with many other outlets that broke the big news earlier, as the caption reads, Tobinbell's Jigsaw returns in first look at Sawx, a prequel set after the first film. The new movie will take place between the events of Saw and Saw 2. Tobinbell's Saw franchise villain, John Kramer, perished at the end of 2006's Saw 3, with the many subsequent entries in the horror movie featuring Bell's Jigsaw in flashback, or in the case of 2021's Spiral, not really featuring him at all. Lionsgate announced today that the long wait to see a film fully set while Kramer was alive and alive anyway, will seemingly end on September 29th with the release of Sawx. Along with the release of the first look image of Bell back in the role, the studio has revealed the film is a prequel set between the events of director Jameswan's original 2004 movie Saw and Darren Lynn Bousman's Saw 2. In Sawx, a sick and desperate Kramer travels to Mexico for a risky and experimental medical procedure in hopes of a miracle cure for his cancer, only to discover the entire operation is a scam to defraud the most vulnerable. Armed with a newfound purpose, the infamous serial killer returns to his work, turning the tables on the con artist through devious, deranged, and ingenious traps. Okay everyone, so let's chill out here for a second and break down the plot synopsis as well as the statement that was made that Sawx will be a prequel. With the film being set to be a full-on prequel, it now leads me to believe that this new game took place before the events of the bathroom trap game with Dr. Gordon and Adam Stanheight in the original Saw film. Now that's just early speculation on my end. However, it makes sense because we know, with Amanda Young being a test subject, and Logan Nelson as well from Jigsaw 2017 with the bucket room trap, that John Kramer was already setting up games and building traps before Dr. Gordon and Adam's game came about. I also wonder if this game will be Amanda's first as an accomplice to John, as well as if and how Logan Nelson and Detective Mark Hoffman, if they are in the film, tie into the story if they decide to include both characters heavily. Now, there's been no confirmation on whether Costasmandylor or Matt Paislmore are set to reprise the roles of Hoffman and Logan respectively. However, given the timeline, I believe there is a good chance we see both characters return, as I have another Saw video I will upload shortly after this one that will explain why I believe Matt Paislmore will return as Logan Nelson in Sawx. Now, this plot synopsis is not a big surprise to me, as when the film was in early production, Josh Stolberg hinted at this when speaking about the film, about how it could take place in Mexico, how John Kramer is looking for a doctor to cure his cancer, so on and so forth. It does sound somewhat familiar to Saw 6 with the insurance executive story. However, I do think this story could hit a little bit deeper in terms of this miracle cure that's a scam, because the miracle cure could actually turn out to be what made John even more sicker at a faster rate, given the various chemicals and mixtures of medicine. We now move on to the first look photo of John Kramer, and I absolutely love that blue lighting in this shot, mixed with his facial expression. He looks very dark and sinister, like a man on a mission about to unleash a mean streak to remember. You see a set of doors behind him. Early thought is that this is the hospital he's trying to get the cure from in Mexico. Maybe he's just finding out it's all a ruse, it's all a scam based on his expression. Only time will tell. But overall, I love this shot. It definitely does give the feel that John Kramer might be a little more ruthless and vengeful in sawx. With all that being said, we now have 2 total first look photos of Tobinbell as John Kramer in sawx, as the one to the right came out in November of last year. And with the release date being pushed forward as well as the convention happening next week, I think promotion for sawx is about to intensify here over the next few weeks, and I cannot wait to get more photos and a trailer to break down, theorize, and discuss with you all. But okay everyone, that is it for this video. Leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts on sawx, now releasing at the end of September. Do you think this was done to avoid competition from other horror movies like Five Nights at Freddy's that is releasing on Saw's original set date of October 27th? Or do you think they're so confident in this film they just wanted to get it out sooner? As well as let me know your thoughts on this new first look image of Tobinbell as John Kramer. Once again, this is Asham 6 Times YouTube Horror Movie Channel. I'm your host and creator of the channel, Marcus. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Patreon. Thank you all for watching.